Mike Lee, the level of acting across the board in his films, starting at the top, is exceptional. And this comes, from the way he does things. And, I know it's a very intense process, and it's if you can, I think people sort of know how it works, but you've been on the inside, so I'm curious to hear you talk about it.
He called me into his office about 4 years ago and said, remember that Turner film I was telling you about? Do you still want to do it? I said, oh yeah. And he said, don't get excited because it's going to be called 2013, Untitled 2013. This was in 2010. And I said, well, great, yeah. He said, I haven't got the money, don't know what it's going to be about, but it's going to be about Turner. And also, if you don't mind, would you mind learning how to paint for a couple of years? Which I did. So I, not continually, but on and off when I wasn't working, I'd go to this brilliant guy who basically gave me a personal fine art course, and we worked up on all the disciplines, all the mediums, up to a point where he got me to do a full-scale copy of a Turner just before we started.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I look at it now and I think, how the hell did I do that? I mean, but as the old saying goes, there's nothing like the knowledge of being hanged in the morning to concentrate the mind wonderfully.
It is. I mean, it speaks to how intensely all this happens, that he really had you, take art lessons for 2 years.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we had the luxury of the fact that he hadn't got the money for it, and he was asking my goodwill. Yeah. And I mean, what we're doing was what became apparent. We were working on a character that metaphorically, luckily not literally, for his mother was born with a paintbrush in his hand and a palette in the other, because it would have been a very uncomfortable experience for her. But so it was a means to an end to create somebody who looked like they'd been an artist more or less from the time they were old enough to pick up a piece of chalk, really. Yeah.